That's right. Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And BlueDragonFive.
And what time is it, kids? That's right. It's time for a cryptic Pixar teaser trailer. All right. So, Dragon Lightyear. This was, of course, Dragon. I would say out of all the announcements that came out of what was it? I believe it was a shareholders meeting, right?
Yeah, it was didn't we call? God, I'm trying to think. Didn't we call it something other than the shareholders
Well,
meeting? Wasn't
regardless, it was essentially a shareholders meeting. We might have called it something
it like
fancy,
the
but that's
Disney
essentially what
Summit
it
or
was.
something? Oh, Investors Day. That's what it was. It was Disney
Investors
Investors
Day.
Day.
There we
That's
go.
what it
There we
was.
go.
But yeah, and they
Because
had like
everything has to have a happy holiday title next to it at Disney.
yeah, and that's where basically every kind of each branch of kind of the IP kind of tree on Disney right now they presented what their slate was going to be, and clearly some people had a better pitch than others, and Pete Docter killed it.
Yeah, so suffice to say, Lightyear, like, I know a couple people that aren't thrilled by this premise, and I will admit, after watching this trailer, like, I think it looks gorgeous. I really think it looks like a Wally-esque science fiction movie for sure. That being said, Dragon, I the one concern I do have about this trailer, and we'll kind of break it down. I don't know if you feel the same way, but it feels like they've inherently just kind of like scrapped all of the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command DNA that they can for this thing. Like, it really doesn't look like we're going to be getting much more than just like maybe an Easter egg here and there as far as the Star Command of it all goes.
Sadly, I wouldn't expect even that much, Tiki. I think this teaser kind of confirms my worst fears that yeah, we're not playing in that sandbox at all. Yeah,
Now
so
it's like I don't necessarily want to automatically say that's a bad thing because I think the tone of this trailer is going for something a lot more dramatic and as much as I do like Buzz Lightyear Star Command, and for Christ's sake, I wish Disney would put it on Disney Plus already because
which I think is the most ridiculous thing ever.
I
That
just think it'd be a
if
hell
there
of a good comfort binge, man. I really do.
would be, and again, the tie-in alone. I mean, guys, like if
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are gonna want to watch this Buzz Lightyear movie, you might as well satiate them with 2 seasons of something really good.
So regardless, Dragon, I mean, I feel good about this thing as far as just like this essentially looks like the follow up to Wally, not as far as like being a sequel to Wally, but as far as like this feels much more like Wally than it does any other Toy Story property. And I'm very intrigued by that. I'm very intrigued by the fact that they are going very outside of the original Toy Story mythos with this, it seems like.
Yeah. So in regards to the Buzz Lightyear Star Command thing, I do want to say this. It's not the end of the world that we're not going to play in that sandbox. Much as it kind of pains me to say that, because at the end of the day,
I
you always
just
have
want a
your head.
cameo of Booster like somewhere in the crowd or something like that. I don't
You
know.
know, it's funny. For a moment, I got really excited because they call out all the stuff on the rocket and they said booster. So for a
Oh
second,
god.
I got, oh my god! Then it's like, oh no, they're just doing like the call sign check and everything. Like, get boosters ready. The ignition. Yeah. But no, here's like at the end of the day, and I knew this was a possibility. Is at the end of the day, you could always kind of headcanon and just say, okay, well, there's multiple different, the multiple properties of the Buzz Lightyear
I've heard a
universe.
theory that this is based on like the real life astronaut that inspired the toy of Buzz Lightyear.
Well, I don't know if I go that far. I mean,
I
it's
know, like honestly, I feel like the waters, like I feel like Paige from Better Call Saul wouldn't be happy, Dragon, because the waters are a little bit muddied with this one.
I think it's much simpler. I think it's very much okay. So either it's a question of which came first, mind you. It's like, did the series come first, and then they go
I
back and do
would
the
like to think
fans?
that this came after Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, just based on the tone.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'd like to think that
Because
too,
Buzz
because
Lightyear of Star Command very much feels like the Woody's Roundup equivalent for Buzz Lightyear. Whereas this could be like, this maybe feels like it could be like one of the, like an early 2000s comic book movie or something.
exactly. I mean, the mission statement always was, going back to when they were doing the first Toy Story movie, they were originally going to open with the Buzz Lightyear cartoon, which oddly then kind of came in between Toy Story 1 and 2 with the actual Buzz Lightyear cell animated cartoon, which was the intention. So I'd like to think that came first and inspired the toy line. Then in the kind of the era we're in now, we're going to go back and do the origin story. just kind of a disconnected origin story. And again, so that's what I'm saying. You can have your cake and eat it too, technically, because we do this all the time. We have movies and shows that differ. Look at all the incarnations of Spider-Man, for pity's sake, between film and animation. Why not? And then, of course, that bleeds into the toy line and the games, which are very much inspired by the toy line, given the fact that Buzz Lightyear in the video game looks exactly like Buzz Lightyear the toy, hence the fake out.
Right.
Toy Story 2. So that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, no one can take away what you love. It's just ridiculous that Disney... Here's the thing. Much as I could easily put this on Disney, I do have to call out something. I've never heard it confirmed officially, but from the source, but I keep hearing that Pixar did not like the show, and I imagine...
Yeah, I've heard that before, too, yeah.
My assumption is that I think it's a case where they didn't really watch the show. I think it was just the sake of,
It was in that awkward era, too, where, I imagine it was produced, around the same time that there were, the negotiations for if Pixar was going to stay with Disney too.
Well, yeah, this was during Toy Story 2. Around that time, they were working on the show, because originally it was supposed to come out beforehand, but then they moved it backwards. So basically, the movie wouldn't get interrupted, or people wouldn't think, oh, we need to watch the show first and then watch the movie. So yeah, in that case, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. I think it's more so Pixar. I don't think they necessarily, because I can't fathom them not liking that show. I think it's more a fact of well, we would have loved to do the show, but again, as you said, Tiki,
they didn't do it.
They didn't do it, and there's the divorce right there. It's like they're kind of divorced themselves from it. Jeff Pigeon had a little bit of insight here and there, but that's about as far as it went. We wanted.
It's a really good birthday present that your wife's new boyfriend gave your son.
Sure.
I don't know if that analogy makes sense.
A little bumpy, but I think it sticks the landing. little Jocelyn.
It's it's a good birthday present, but god damn it, he gave it to him.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying, though. It's the fact that I just think I think if they really, I don't know if they've ever watched it there, because again, it's really hard to watch it, because unless you look for it online and everything, because they've never done a proper release of it or on Disney Plus. So
they couldn't watch it if they wanted to.
No. Of course they could have watched it if they wanted to. But that's what I'm saying.
Sorry, guys, Disney Vault, you know the rules.
Disney was playing cat and mouse with them. And maybe it was you know what? Maybe it was all the dread of I don't want to see what Disney did with our baby, But again, if they watch it, they'd be happy with it. But regardless, getting back on topic, yeah. So this trailer, though, it sets the tone. It's the tone-setting trailer for sure, as Pixar tends to do with their teasers. Beyond the other.
Yeah, I love I love the return to form of the tone setter, man. I'm a big fan of the tone setter.
Yeah, we're definitely setting the stage for the action adventure vibe. And here's the thing: I was the only here overall with this movie, and the Buzz Lightyear Star Command thing just tabled to the side, because that's what it is. The fear I have with this movie is not that it will not be good. My fear is how it will be perceived, because everyone and their mother will have on their mind, especially the mothers out there, they're just going to have that thing of wait a minute, that's not Tim Allen.
Yeah. And I speaking of which, I think they gave Chris Pratt exactly one syllable to speak in the trailer for exactly that reason.
Not Chris Pratt, Tiki.
Oh, I'm sorry. Another Chris Evans.
There you go.
Much more politically correct Chris, apparently.
The king of the Chris's. Give him a little hat.
That other Chris is in the timeout chair, apparently.
Well, anyway. So, that's the thing. I think this teaser did assuage some of that fears, or at least I think it made a good attempt at, okay, we're definitely not, Buzz Lightyear Star Command or the toy. Particularly, we're not the toy guys. Okay, we're not playing in that sandbox. We are, this is something you haven't seen before with Buzz Lightyear. This is hopefully what kind of gets conveyed is that this is the real guy, and this is how he becomes. It's an origin story, and it's very straightforward. This is the origin story of Buzz Lightyear, which of course he's a toy, which means I like to think people can, very simplistic level, can put the pieces together. Okay, if it's an origin story, toys don't have this sort of origin story. They originate in a factory. So that's, So I'd like to think that people are going to be, with that in mind, people are going to be able to very simply put, okay, this is the property, not the toy, which is why things are different. And so that's the only fear I have, that people are by the end, after the marketing's all said and done, is in theaters, people are still going to have that stupid question. I'm hoping that's the marketing will put that fire out, which this teaser makes an attempt at doing, which I'm on board for. So I'm excited by this project. I really am. There's one character we did not see in this trailer that I like to think we're teasing up that we would not give away in a teaser, that we do have like a very slight hint of. Because if we don't have this character, I mean, Buzz Lightyear Star Command banned or no, it'd be a very grievous mistake not to have egregious mistake not to have this character.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we'll get to that. All right. So all that said, Tiki, is there anything we should shout out from?
Yeah, we got a bunch of comments from Donovan. So I'll Donovan, I'm not going to read out every single comment you have because you got a bunch, but I'll try and read through a few. I'm so looking forward to this. Plus, it looks like I'm going to be seen last night in Soho on my birthday on November 1st. Can't believe I'll be 21. Happy birthday, Donovan. Oh, blink. That's what I tell everyone who's about to turn 21. Oh man, your 20s are gonna go by in a flash. Trust me.
Oh, way to depress the birthday boy, Tiki.
Also, when will your movie memoirs be for October? I believe that's Monday, right, Dragon?
Yeah. So memoirs is going to be November the 1st for us to cover all the October stuff, just to make sure we get everything, because he'll be seeing Last Night in Soho as well. And actually, Tiki, I didn't tell you this yet.
Last Night in Soho. I'll also be seeing The French Dispatch, the one movie, Claude or Donovan, just to warn you that neither of us, it looks like, we're going to see unless.
I have news, Tiki.
Oh, did you see it?
I keep trying to get it in there, but you keep steamrolling me.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, so I actually, to kind of reveal this to you, I'm going to be able to see No Time to Die.
Okay, good. Okay, because I was worried that neither of us were going to.
I told you I was going to try.
Right when I was smack dab in the middle of my trip, or else I would have seen it when it came out. But...
Yeah, so I've ended up. I'm actually going to take the plunge on that one, so I'll be I'll be seeing that. So again, hence the reason. Additionally, again, November 1st is when we're going to be doing the movie memoirs to make sure we got everything with that in mind. So there you go.
All right. And also, he says it goes without saying, I love Dune in IMAX so much. The scale was unlike anything I have ever seen before. But I'm glad that part 2 is officially a go. Donovan, I pretty much echo all your sentiments. Dune was an experience. I'm not going to say it's my favorite movie of the year, because it's probably not. But it might have been the most mind-blowing theater experience of the year. And Dragon, eat your heart out about the watching it on HBO Max shit. That's all I can say. That was the best $20 I ever spent to see a movie on the big screen. I could care less that it was on HBO Max. Anyways, I'm also very much looking forward to Eternals, and that might surprise some because people are saying it's very different from what Marvel has done in the past, but for me, it's a good thing because they're willing to step outside their comfort zone. Dragon, I'm not going to lie. I'm terrified for Eternals.
I keep hearing things from both sides. I don't know what to believe. I'm just going to tunnel vision until I see it next week.
Same. I will say that Dune does not bode well as far as it being a cerebral, quote unquote adult science fiction movie, because there's no way it's going to be as good as Dune in that category. So... All right. And then finally, Claude has a question. He says, who would you cast as Emperor Zerg for this movie?
Oh, that's a good one. So he's the character I was referring to earlier.
Okay.
We need Zerg in this movie.
We need Zerg in this movie. Absolutely. If
we don't have Zerg,
that would be a huge waste of opportunity.
It's the dumbest thing in the world if they're not going to have Zerg. I don't care if they want to tease up Zerg for another movie. No, you give me Zerg in the first movie.
I'm going to go in kind of a different direction with Zerg, and it might just be because he's on my mind with Dune, but I'm actually going to say Javier Bardem.
It's not bad.
Yeah, just kind of a very different, a much darker take than the Wayne Knight approach.
Yeah. I mean, my instinct is someone like Tony Todd, but I'm not sure. Because every time I think of Zerg, I keep thinking of it's going back to the Andrew Stanton version, which is the kind of the deepened electronic the toy, which then of course that's Wayne Knight, which clearly we can't go in that direction with this. So I mean,
but we all know it's really Al Wiggums in universe,
of course, in universe. so I mean that's the thing. I'm my instinct is that if you need kind of a Vader-esque voice, because Zerg essentially is a parody of Darth Vader, my thinking would be, okay, so instead of James Earl
I think
Jones,
Javier Bardem would fill that role.
No, I think that Tiki Bardem's a good choice. I'm thinking like along the lines of you need someone like a perhaps if not the Bardem direction, maybe like a Tony Todd, someone kind of Vader-esque, you know.
Uh-huh.
But again, I'm sure there's a better pick. I'm just not considering right now. Like, part of me would just for the fun, I'd say like you want like kind of a B movie equivalent. You'd say like, let's get Bruce Campbell as Emperor. Imagine how
Bruce
fun that
Campbell
would be.
Fun. I could totally.
That'd be
see
fun.
Bruce
Again, it
Campbell.
would skirt the line of, because Bruce Campbell does have range, and everyone forgets that, and it would also kind of fit into kind of the Flash Gordon roots as well with the Star Wars and the serialization of it all, and you'd have a little bit of that, a little bit of like the Wayne Knight fun, but just really kind of recontextualized, perhaps. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh God, this is a really good one actually. Harrison Ford as Emperor Zerg. I mean, I know here's the thing. He's sworn off Star Wars, but not necessarily Pixar, though.
I don't know.
Look, he would not be my pick, but that's a fun idea, though.
He like, I hate to say this, but Harrison Ford wouldn't be my pick for like a lot of things these days. I mean, I love the man, but like you can very clearly tell that his heart isn't in a lot of stuff that he's been doing.
Oh, here's a good one. I just thought of a really good one. Perhaps better than a Tony Todd. Idris Elba. Why not?
Elba would work. I could see Elba. Yeah,
I know we've used them before in Finding Dory, but we've reused other Pixar actors.
Pixar actors for doing multiple voices.
Yeah, I know, crazy, right? Like, why not? Let's get Idris Elba back. Let's get him as Zerg. He could make a really good, intimidating Zerg, I feel. And plus, it could continue as kind of Disney bingo of sorts. He's been all these other. We just got to get him on Muppets.
Z&K channel says the fact that there are aliens in this strikes me as an odd decision.
Why would that strike you as an odd
Z&K,
decision?
I counter you. The fact that there's a lack of aliens in this is odd to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's in space,
Like, I honestly think there should be more aliens in here.
Yeah, I think they're saving the aliens.
Z&K says, Atomic Beast says, Buzz was voiced by Captain America himself and Human Torch himself. So, yeah.
I'm very delighted by that fact.
Okay, let's see. Dragon might want to just cue up the trailer.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, Claudia says before I switch over, Claudia points at Mark Hamill. That would be the ultimate
get. Interesting twist. I'd like that.
That would actually be really good. Again, just given the Zerg scene in Toy Story 2 being the parody of I'm Your Father, getting the other half of that to voice Zerg, that'd be genius.
And then Z&K, right now the in-universe thing, like we know that it's got some sort of tie-in, but we honestly again, with the page from Better Call Saul of it all, it's muddying the waters a little bit. I honestly can't tell you exactly what this is at this point. Okay. Then finally, Donovan Martin says the animation for Lightyear, oh my god, it's amazing, lifelike. This might be the most technically advanced animation I've ever seen. I wouldn't go that far, but we'll see. Let's go through it, Dragon.
Okay. All right. So here we go. We have basically this is kind of like the test. This is the test facility of Star Command. I don't think it's necessarily Star Command itself, but bear in mind when I think Star Command, I think giant floating satellite per the cartoons. Maybe this is the grounded take on Star Command. I'm not sure. So, okay, so mission control.
Atomic Beast says the organization Buzz is in is way different from Star Command. It seems more like a military organization.
Yeah, we got
I wouldn't be surprised if it still is Star Command. It's just a much different interpretation of Star Command.
I mean, that's possible. Remember, the whole point of this origin story is we're going to see him get to Star Command. Like he is, he's not a space ranger at the top of this. He's a test pilot. So it's very much a lot of Green Lantern in the Buzz Lightyear origin story here, which is interesting. I feel you give him the test pilot side. Now I want to show you something real good. This image kind of struck me on the rewatch. Look at this. Okay, so as we build up the image of Buzz Lightyear, you'll notice the first note that we hit in this teaser is Buzz Lightyear O positive, as in we demonstrate right off the bat, flesh and blood guy, not a toy.
Yeah. Nice.
So I really
noticed that. Yeah,
I really like that. That's the first thing we're doing here. And also, he's not in the outfit yet. Again, because there's an arc.
But I also like the symbolism that he still has a bar tag.
And better than that, look behind him, the shirt that he wears.
Yeah, we'll get to a shot with that soon. But
Yeah, but you see what? Yeah, sure. So this is what I'm saying. So right now he's in the test pilot gear. There was a patch here. I can't quite make it out, but you'll notice if I'm reading this right, this is really cute. If this is what I think it is, it looks like the patch is an infinity symbol.
ooh, to infinity, nice,
Yeah, which
nice.
I think is really cute. I
Yeah,
wonder if like
Z and K says it says Star Command on his uniform, so I'm pretty
yeah.
convinced that it starts out at Star Command.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is more like this is where they're again. He's not like full. He's not a space ranger yet. So he's probably
He's obviously not in space yet, but I think the whole operation is Star
yeah.
Command.
It's I think that's what I'm saying. I think this. I don't know if this base specifically is or is not the base, but it's definitely the test facility because he's about to test pilot a rocket for Star Command to use.
Right, right.
So again, it's affiliated with it regardless.
Theme Park Priest says, "Will we see the claw?"
Oh my god! I mean,
I do think the LGMs are another thing where if they didn't have at least an Easter egg to the LGMs, I feel like it'd be a big missed opportunity.
I'll guarantee we're going to get an Easter egg, but again, you got to remember it's Buzz Lightyear Star Command cartoon. The idea was like kind of like a marketing tie-in between Pizza Planet and the cartoon. So that's why they were in that show. That's why you have the claw and everything. Now, again, if we're going for a grounded thing here,
I don't think we're going to see the claw by any means.
Yeah.
I just want to see a LGM.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we could possibly get like a light reference to it. We have like a claw in an action sequence, perhaps, but not not the claw.
But Dragon, I actually it worked today. A mini vending machine came in. It was like a toy size vending machine of like little miniature LGMs. And I was very tempted to take it, but I was like, no, I know the store can make money off of this, and I'm not supposed to take stuff that the store can actually make money off of. And also, I just don't have the room for it, but it was cool, man.
How big was it?
Oh, I mean, I want to say it was maybe about as big as, like, it's something that could fit on your desk easily. You know, it's like, I don't know, like about as big as like a lunchbox, maybe, like that size.
All right. Okay, so you'll notice this is the Crystallic Fusion engine. Now, Crystallic Fusion, this is the closest thing we have to a carryover from the animated show. But bear in mind, the animated show is informed by all Buzz Lightyear's dialogue in the first Toy Story film. So you could always make the same argument. Yeah, this is basically taking what we have established and we're putting in the movie where Crystallic Fusion is what powers thrust in Buzz Lightyear's kind of futuristic sci-fi world. So again, this is basically what's powering the ship. It's literally like a battery. It's a power cell that is fueled by this little chunk of crystal.
Okay, really quick, we have a couple interesting comments here. Do you think you will get a cameo from Cowboy Woody? Absolutely not.
Yeah, not a chance. I'm
sorry, Claude.
I mean, I think that, again, what I echo the earlier sentiments with the LGMs. The best you could hope for is an Easter egg, like a classic Pixar Easter egg, like we fit something in the background, or like a poster, like a magazine.
Woody's Roundup poster is not out of the question, but that's about as far as I'll probably go.
Yeah, I think the best you could hope for is like there's like an archive sort of thing, and maybe it's like an ad for like in like some something like from the 50s. Which is like Cowboy Crunch.
I like Atomic Beast suggestion here. Maybe Emperor Zerg could actually be a human and Buzz's former commanding officer.
Well, that is a very interesting theory, especially because we have we do meet later in the trailer. We do meet Commander Burnside. And we never knew who Zerg was necessarily. We've always joked that it was his father, but that was not really. Assumedly, we never confirmed whether that was part of like the toy line or not. That was like the story, because all we knew is it ripped off Star Wars majorly. That's all we knew. Because literally, like the back of the box is like literally like the New Hope. That's literally what Buzz's story is. All right, so this is Buzz the Test Pilot, very Hal Jordan-esque. Oh, here's a character we should talk about. So this is, I assume, going to be the main supporting character, which basically kind of squashes any. This is when you kind of know, we're not doing Booster.
We're not doing Mira.
Yeah, no Mira in the Booster. We have a droid, but it's not. We have a droid, but it's probably not XR.
Oh God, it'd be crazy if XR was the one character to make it in.
God, it's Larry Miller. No.
Oh God.
Okay, so this is Alicia Hawthorne. She will be Buzz's main supporting character, it seems. We don't know who's doing
AKA not Mira Nova.
No, come on. She could be cool. We don't know. You know what the irony is in this trailer? So the thing I like about the Captain Marvel movie is the fish out of water, kind of like diluted Buzz acting on Captain Marvel, given she was, and oddly on the reverse here, Buzz is a test pilot and also has a friend that vaguely resembles Maria Rambeau, vaguely. So
I
it's
can
just
see
kind of
that. Yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of funny how that worked out. Like one of the redeeming elements of Captain Marvel kind of getting reverse engineered for the Lightyear movie. Kind of funny.
Let's see. So Claude says maybe Buzz and Zerg are either related or were formerly best friends. I don't like the best friend angle just because that would be oh shit, Dragon. I'm forgetting the name of the character, but
Warp Dark Matter.
yeah, exactly. That would be very much like Warp Dark Matter.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So again, she's getting nervous for her buddy here. Again, I like to assume again, kind of like Hal Jordan buzzes in. Kind of, I'm making the Hal Jordan leap because test pilot and everything. The fact he's gonna, it's kind of a superhero origin story to a degree with Buzz Lightyear here. Is that given what we're about to see, it looks like he's pushing the limits, and I assume this perhaps is a test to become a space ranger. If he can make it through the test and maybe dazzle the higher ups, he'll get the promotion he's looking for. Basically, like a recommendation to become a space ranger. Be my guess. I'm guessing that's the goal. So again, you got our test pilots needing grit to go through this stuff, especially in kind of our sci-fi setting here. The idea is he's going to push this ship to the limit so it can be used in the field, and he's going to be literally flying across the sun.
Right.
You know, and then through some like Superman 64 video game hoops later to test it out. This is pretty intense stuff. Look at this. I mean, I haven't seen Buzz go up against the sun since Star Command, you know? All right, so here
yes, indeed. Donovan is very stoked about the use of Starman, and I cannot blame him. It's a great song choice.
It was an excellent song choice. I think, again, it helps them strike the tone they're looking for. Again, it's something a little kind of special about
Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to put the kibosh on the Zerg speculation. We've just had too much of it, and we need to get through the rest of
just wait until we get to the. We'll wait till we get to the image that maybe.
Yeah.
We'll bring up any more of that. So here's the property of Star Command, which is ironic given.
I love this shot. This is my favorite shot in the trailer. It's very much like, yeah, look, even though he's flesh and blood, he's still just property.
Yep. Oh, here's something funny, though. So the first time ever, between the cartoon and anything, we've ever confirmed Buzz has hair.
yes, I've heard a couple people point that out.
In Star Command, even in his off time, he always wore like the purple, the purple head covering, the astronaut head covering. So he's got hair. Not only does he have hair, he has Evan's hair.
Naturally.
But just, to speak to the animation style though for a moment. The texture map.
It very much feels like an evolution of the Wall-E style.
I would go a step further than that, Tiki. I would say it's kind of a. I think the Spark shorts were very invaluable because I think they helped facilitate. There was a Spark short element with the other characters.
Almost kind of has a little bit of a borrowed time feel, almost.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like kind of Wall-E mixed with the Spark short style to me in terms of like we have our sci-fi setting, but again, we're doing the one thing that Wall-E didn't do, and they made a very conscious choice not to do in Wall-E. They contemplated doing alien life in Wall-E, and they decided not to. Instead, do humanity as like the overweight species. So here's the first, honestly, to my recollection, this is the first time ever we're in a feature. I'm not counting the shorts, like the lifted short. First time in feature length we've done aliens proper. You're right. To my recollection, I mean, I'm pretty sure about that fact.
No, I think you're right. I think lifted was like the only time it was done at all.
Yeah. So so of course, again, just with the animation style as well. Again, like we're
there are this. I didn't even notice the Superman 64 hoops, but yeah, there they are.
Yep. Right there, just like that Impossible game. Look at
that.
God. So just look at this is what I'm saying to you. So between the Spark shorts and everything, and just kind of like the the backgrounds we had in Wall-E, again, the texture mapping and the global illumination software, and what the global illumination was something they started to incorporate in like 2013 with Monsters University. I'm sure they've used something different by now. Like we've probably devised something even better. But the fact that the texture mapping and the shading is just, it's so photorealistic. It makes you want to cry.
Oh, sure.
And this shot, I want to know if you had this with this shot here. So right here, my read on this is that we are, much like how Buzz Lightyear and his mythos is very rooted in Star Wars, we're kind of bringing that into the aesthetic where, okay, we're on Dagobah right now. There's an
A
X-Wing,
lot of people
we're
have
on
said
Dagobah.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. Even if we're not like, again, this Buzz Lightyear as a property essentially is a ripoff of Star Wars and Star Trek to a degree. And I just love that particularly with the with the movies, it's more Star Wars. It's the fact that we're just leaning into that visually, where it's evoking the classics, much like George Lucas evoked the classics, with Kurosawa.
Like this
and,
honestly looks like it could be like a Star Wars background map painting.
Exactly, and I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's utterly gorgeous. And again, we're on kind of uncharted lands and territories, and yeah, it's really spectacular. Also, with the song choice, later on it's going to mention. Well, I'll wait till it gets to the line towards the end. I'll
okay.
pin in that. All right. So this guy here. This is So this confirmed. This is what the other mark for me. We're like, okay, we're probably not going the animated series route here. Well, this is not,
that's probably not the commander.
I mean, I know there's a chance, like, well, we don't know if this is just him in the test pilot thing, and he hasn't gotten the Star Command yet. But it's not looking good. So this is Commander Hawk. I'm sorry, not Hawk. This is Commander Burnside. This guy with the mustache here. He's got a mean-looking mustache too. I'm sure. So this guy, he does not seem to be pleased. I'm going to assume with Buzz, and again, there could be like kind of a trust and respect thing that could be flipped on its head if he were to be revealed to be Zerg, because we never confirmed whether Zerg was a robot or the toy seems to be convinced that he is Buzz's father. I don't think we're going that way here, but at least it confirms perhaps it is a man in a suit like a Darth Vader, which makes sense. I don't know. Okay, so Burnside there. Oh, here's some. Oh, we have some amazing kind of 2001 stuff going on here with the light speed. Really great intent. The intensity inside the cabin of this ship, man. My God.
very, very 2001 for sure.
Also makes it even better that in Endgame we had the bit where we took Captain America into space very briefly, and we had the 2001 homage. So it's all relative. They were planting the seeds. The Oracle of Endgame. Okay, so we should talk about socks here.
I feel like stylistically he doesn't really fit with the rest of the visual look, but I feel like that almost works because it is just like a classic, adorable Pixar animal.
So here's
is it a robot?
What?
Is it a robot?
Yeah, it's a robot. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So a couple things.
It's
about
like
socks.
a very, very light-natured version of Teddy from AI.
Yeah, essentially, yes. So socks is a couple things.
Teddy bear that still gives me nightmares.
So we gave him like this robotic cat sidekick and kind of the Teddy kind of frame. But one, I love that we called it socks. I'm sure is a nod to the fact that Chris Evans is a huge Red Sox fan.
Nice.
Beyond that, also might be a little bit of like the whole
is his name gun. Just SOX?
Yeah, SOX. Like that's what it says.
Oh yeah, that's got to be a Red Sox reference. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So also, I think might be kind of a little nod to again the kind of the Top Gun Captain Marvel of it all with Goose the cat. A little bit. Of that,
yeah, perhaps. Sure.
Okay, now if you notice here again, he's got the patch of Star Command. That's what I'm saying. Regardless, he's affiliated with the old test pilot thing, affiliated with Star Command one way or another. He's working his way to there anyway. So. All right, so now this is my favorite bit in the trailer, by the way. Look at this. So the cat freaks out. I guess he discovers this moment. Oh god, it's a sentient kind of robotic cat like AI, and he's like the karate move right there. I love that we transfer the kind of the karate chop action kind of dexterity of the Buzz Lightyear toy into the live action the in quotes kind of source for Buzz Lightyear here is the fact of like as he freaks out and he does like the karate pose like Buzz does all the time during Toy Story.
Yet I have a feeling that's going to be a hallmark of the movie where we're just seeing a bunch of different like, oh, now he's flying with style. We got to have a flying with style moment, Dragon.
Yeah, he's falling with style. Yeah. Which being a test pilot, he's bound to be crashing with style.
Sure.
Yeah. They'll probably need a box of tissues in the theater when that moment happens. But
right.
But seriously, this is I think I'm loving like the Toy Story homages because again, hopefully people will get on board. Like, yeah, it's exactly what they're doing. It's so clever.
All
right. Oh, we have Eric the robot.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much Wally. I mean,
Yeah,
not Wally
well, more
himself,
like
but pretty much in the vein of like a Wally robot.
yeah, more like like Wally's buddies, like Mo
Oh,
and
yeah,
Grump,
yeah, exactly,
like
exactly.
Eric in this case. Now, okay, so here's something to talk about. What this scene seems to be. So, if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna say this is Buzz's arc is to probably crack the uncrackable test pilot run so he can become a space ranger, and this is what
Uh-huh.
this chart is. And you'll notice, and I think the irony is going to be he has to go around the planet and achieve hyperspeed and go through those three Superman 64 rings. You can see on the chart there, and head back to base. I think what's probably going to happen is at the end of the day, he's going to make the infinity symbol with his path going beyond that point. Perhaps
Could be, could be.
that's kind of an aesthetic guess, mind you. But I'm saying this is probably going to be his journey, and then something bigger is going to happen to take him away from that. If I'm a betting man for what the plot's going to be based on this diagram here, and you'll notice minutes, years, speed. We're getting close. Oh, and he's light in there. We have
Right, right.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Now here's the first alien that we see.
Yeah, yeah, kind of a big moment here. Like you said, first alien in a Pixar movie.
Yeah, no, I'm not unsure if this is like an alien tentacle, or my theory is that there was something. It's like a sentient kind of swamp alien that was in that Dagobah looking place he was
It
at
could be a
earlier.
plant, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a poison ivy style vine of some
Yeah.
sort.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we have that going on there. That's a really cool bit too, and that guy just saves Buzz's bacon, just slices that thing. That's what I'm saying. The action's really cool here. Yeah. And again, here's where socks is. This is where we know it sucks. Beep boop. Laser effects really cool. I'm telling you what I'm dying to see in the next trailer, Tiki. I want to see the laser in action.
Oh yeah, of course, because on the toy it's just the flashy light. So yeah, it's got to have like a big effect.
I just love here we're kind of teeing that up here, like the it's doing like the laser scope thing on like it's not on the arm though. I double checked. It's like a little blaster. It's like a little,
right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you'll notice a little Star Wars catch here, much like the data point or data spike, if you will, in R2D2. The cat has one in his tail.
Ah, there you go.
All right, let's see. So so this is Buzz on reconnaissance here. I'm assuming I don't know if he's probably going to look into whatever the issue of the movie is, and that's probably going to lead him, hopefully, to Zerg, which is what this scene's all about.
Right. Hopefully.
So these might be like kind of an equivalent to Hornets or the Dr. Seussian robots, Zerg bots at the top of Toy Story 2. Remember the ones that, like they come out of the shoulders and everything, like the whole odd infinitum little robots, and they blast with the crystal. So this might be kind of the beefier, kind of more dramatic version of that. And this guy is what people I believe are probably speculating could be Zerg, like walking down there. Like we reveal, maybe it's the Commander Burnside as Zerg. And again, this is the big thing. This is the closest thing we have to a TF, because how is that? I'm hoping that does not track to our next shot, because it's awfully menacing to introduce the Buzz Lightyear suit. Of like, look at all that red and alien writing. That's
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, right.
So I'm hoping that is like the Zerg introduction with the red light and everything.
Well, okay, let's see. No, it's okay. Hold on, go back.
Okay, go back to the
It's
red
got
light.
it's got to be a different. It's got to be a different environment. I really think that's some trailer editing trickery right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be, right?
Because it's like you have that, and then you have like a much more, kind of starely lit environment in the next shot.
Yeah. All right. So me being the gadget and costume nut that I am, I salivated over this shot here. Oh God, the suit. Oh, the suit. So
you know
beautiful.
what this is, right?
What is it, Tiki?
This is pretty much the Lightyear equivalent of the first time we see the suit in Batman Begins.
Yeah. Yep. A little bit. Yep. So yeah, here's the thing, Tiki. This is so special, and basically, I love that we keep the first posters and everything kind of our root image as well. Is again, they're really keying up like how cool the suit looks, because Tiki, for so long, you had people like saying, "What would Buzz Lightyear look in live action?" It's like a CG rendering of a realistic suit. So for years, you always had the amateur artist, and you had the kind of the uber fan kind of making that CG rendering of like what a human Buzz Lightyear would look like in the suit. So the fact that we've officially done it, and it looks great, and it's not one of those BS things, or we got to take the suit from the source material, and we got to change it up. Like we got to put him in. Forget the yellow spandex. We got to put him in the black leather. Right. We're not doing it. Or like adding extra bells and whistles we don't need. Like this suit, this is a practical version of the Buzz Lightyear of the Space Ranger suit. which seems to be standard issue, kind of like it is in Buzz Lightyear Star Command. Something I got to mention before we get out of here with the song too. Here we go. Yeah, we mentioned children a lot in the Starman song, which I think, again, is kind of an appropriate tonal thing of like, yeah, we're kind of the children having grown up to an extent from the toys
I can
of
see
Toy
that.
Story
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. The song just feels perfect on many levels.
I mean, David Bowie's music just in general kind of has that quality of like the Peter Pan syndrome of kids that never grew up, with his spaceman lyrics.
Exactly. So again, all this felt very appropriate for Buzz, and of course, then we have kind of the light. This is literally what they brought to that investors meeting, just that image right there. So again, this is where we get her name. This is Alicia. Alicia being kind of his partner in crime. Also again, this is the standard issue Space Ranger suit, so assumedly he's going to get a shot at being a Space Ranger at some point in the film. To infinity, and I love we tease up. It's a running thing with Chris Evans as these wonderful characters, Tiki, where we tease up the iconic.
We tease up the catchphrase, but we don't actually see it. Yeah. I didn't even think about that with the Avengers Assemble thing, but you're right.
To infinity and also this is a really cute thing. I don't know if everyone got this or not. So what they're about to do here, right there. Kind of like the Buzz and Woody handshake from Toy Story. It's the idea that Andy probably got the idea from there's the Buzz Lightyear has like a special handshake within with this the special greeting like that sort of thing between Space Rangers. So he would apply that to Buzz meeting Woody in toy form. I want to say retroactively that's kind of the idea there, which I think is adorable. Like, oh,
gotcha,
isn't that's nice. Again, summer 2022. I mean, it's pretty cool looking.
It's one of the few Disney blockbusters that has not been delayed. So, there's that.
Something really cool. I'm sorry, real quick, is the big thing I'm hyped to see, because it hasn't happened yet, because we just got a teaser, but in the movie or in the trailer, you'll notice the button, kids.
Oh my God.
It says caution on it, so it's like a little addition. I look at all the rendering on this, man. It's like it's a lived-in suit. Like these are recycled, Ranger suits, and like the metal scrapings and everything. It's beautifully shaded. Anyway, it's the fact of like I will be so elated when his wings pop out the back. It's gonna be the coolest.
That's gonna be a big moment for sure. Yeah,
it's gonna be so cool, and the fact that we write caution on, because when you do that, it's gonna be a big deal.
All right, so big thanks to Donovan Martin, Claude Karinga, Z and K, Theme Park Priest. I think that's everyone. I'm pretty sure. Big thanks. What?
Oh, sorry. Theme Park Priest, Z and K channel, Atomic Beast, and Claude.
Atomic Beast, right. Big thanks to all you guys. You guys are awesome, and we will see y'all later. To infinity and beyond, and so on and so forth and whatnot.